Hello students, welcome to class 11 physics class. Today we discuss the product of two vectors. In last class we discussed last two classes and last two videos. We discussed the product of vector and a real number, the product of vector with a scalar number, and different type of vectors, their definitions, some properties, unit vector, zero vector, or null vector. So today we discuss if a vector quantity is multiplied with another vector quantity, then what happens. So the product of two vectors we can express in two ways. This multiplication of two vectors we can express in two ways, or we can perform in two ways. And number one is a scalar product or dot product. Number two is a vector product or cross product. Scalar product and vector product, why we say that like this type of name, scalar product, vector product? When two vectors are multiplied together, we get one product. Suppose for example 3 into 2 we get 6 as a product. Okay, so similarly if we multiply two vectors and as a product, whatever the quantity we get, if the nature of that quantity is a scalar quantity, the product of two vectors gives us a scalar quantity, then that time we use the dot product or scalar product. Okay, and if the product of two vectors gives us a vector quantity, after multiplication of two vectors, if we get the product as a vector quantity, then we can say that type is called vector product or cross product. Dot product or scalar product, cross product or vector product. So sometimes it will come as 1 marks question when we use a scalar product and when we use a vector product. When the product, whatever the product we get after multiplication of two vector, if that product is a scalar quantity, then we use the dot product or scalar product, and if the product is a vector quantity, then we can use the vector product or cross product. So let's start with the first product, that is scalar product. Scalar product or dot product of two vectors is defined as the magnitude of two vectors, the product of magnitude of two vectors and the cosine of the angle between them. So suppose in this figure you see that I will consider two vectors A and B. So this A dot B, how we can write A dot B? A dot B equals to, we can write magnitude of these two vectors individually. So magnitude means mod of A vector and mod of B vector. And we know that magnitude of vector, that means this is a single, its magnitude is a scalar quantity. So A into B and the cosine of the angle between them, so multiplied by cos theta. So A dot B equals to, we can write AB cos theta. So AB cos theta is a scalar quantity. That's why we use the dot product or scalar product. Now, because the scalar product has only the magnitude, so this AB cos theta, this total quantities gives us the magnitude of the product of A dot B. It has no direction, that's why this is called a scalar product. Okay, clear? Example, if we take one example, work done. Work done equals to force into displacement. Force into displacement. Okay, force is a vector quantity, displacement also a vector quantity, but after multiplying force and displacement we get a work done. Work done is a scalar quantity. So W equals to, what we can write normally in because we don't know the dot product and cross product in class 10, so we can say that F into S, F multiplied by S. So actually it's happening the dot product between them. Force vector dot displacement vector gives us a work done, that is a scalar quantity. Similarly the momentum, linear momentum force vector dot velocity, instantaneous velocity vector. Okay, another one is a magnetic flux. Magnetic flux also be a vector scalar quantity, that is represented by B dot A. B is a magnetic field and A is the area vector. Okay, Now this dot product and the cross product also follow some rules, or it has some properties, and we have to remember these properties when we solve some numericals. We apply these rules. Okay. So let's start with the first property. First property is dot product of two vectors is commutative. Commutative means 3 into 2 equals to 2 into 3 we can write, because for both cases we get the 6. 3 into 2 that is equals to 6, 2 into 3 that is equals to also 6. So dot product of two vectors also be a commutative. That means A dot B that is equals to we can get B dot A. Proof is not there in your syllabus, so just you remember these properties. Property number 2, if A dot B equals to as a product, if we get a 0 vector or the magnitude is 0. Sorry, it's dot product, that's why we cannot say that this is a 0 vector. So if A dot B that is equals to 0, then what we can write? So when it is mentioned over there that A dot B that is equals to 0, that means A and B are perpendicular to each other, or the angle between them is 0. So cos 0 equals to 0. So theta equals to pi by 2. Pi by 2 means 90 degree. So 90 degree means this A by A and B vector are perpendicular to each other. Angle between them is 90 degree. So this is the hint. When you have to remember A and B is perpendicular, that means A dot B equals to 0. A dot B equals to 0, that means angle between them is 90 degree. Okay. Property number 3, if the dot product of a vector to itself, in the property number 1 and 2 we consider two different vector A and B, but now if we choose the same vectors, A dot A vector, the dot product of a vector with itself, then what we get? A dot A equals to what we can write? Magnitude of A into A, and that means the angle between that two vector will be 0 degree, cos 0 value 1. So we get square of its magnitude, square of its magnitude. The dot product follows the distributive law. Distributive law means A dot within bracket B plus C that is equals to, A will distribute in both with B and with C also. A dot B plus B dot A dot C. Okay. So A dot B plus C that is equals to, we can write A dot B plus A dot C. Property number 5. Property number 5 is when two vectors are parallel to each other and having the same direction, so the scalar product between them gives us the maximum positive magnitude. In the first expression you see that A dot B, if we consider both are parallel and in the same direction, so cos AB cos 0 degree that is equals to AB, that is maximum positive, plus, and if anti-parallel with each other and opposite direction, then angle between them is 180 degree. So A dot B equals to, we get minus AB. So that is a maximum but negative value. So when we get the maximum positive value, when two vectors are parallel and same direction, and when two vectors are opposite direction, we get the maximum negative value. Property number 6, in terms of orthogonal coordinates, when we discuss the rectangular component or the resolution of a vector, we also discuss three vectors, or in when we discuss some unit vectors, when we discuss the unit vector, we say that in XYZ coordinate we use some unit vectors which directed along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and these three are perpendicular to each other. And along x-axis it will be I hat, along y-axis it will be j hat, and along z-axis it will be k hat. These are called orthogonal vectors. These are the unit vectors. It gives us the direction of that given vector. So the dot product of two vectors, that in I dot I that is equals to j dot j that is equals to k dot k, it gives us a 1. And if the dot product between the different two vectors, that is equals to 0. So you have to remember this one when you solve some numericals. If I dot I is there, then it will be 1, but I dot j is there, then it will be 0. Property number 7, in terms of rectangular component, if Suppose A, we can resolve any vector along three axes x, y and z like this way with its magnitude and direction. So A vector we can represent ax I hat plus ay j hat plus az k hat, and B vector equals to bx I hat by j hat plus bz k hat. Then A dot B equals to what we can write, this total value of this result A, that is equals to ax, that one dot B. So you see that if I dot j, if there ax I hat dot bx I dot ax I hat dot bx I hat, so I dot I is there, that is equals to 1, so we get only ax bx. Now I dot j is there, that will be 0, so the second term also be 0, third term also be 0. Similarly, what we can write, a dot b equals to ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. Okay, property number 8, the how we find out the cosine theta or the angle between the two vectors, because cos theta equals to a dot b by magnitude of that two vectors, because we know that a dot b equals to ab cos theta, so cos theta equals to a dot b by a into b. So these are the properties of the dot products. We have to remember this one. This is a proof of the commutative. A dot b equals to ab cos theta, so a to b, we move a to b, that's why this is theta. Now if we move b to a, anti-clockwise direction, whatever the direction we choose at first, same direction, so b to a, so the whole total angle that will be 360 degree, so this will be theta when we move a to b, a dot b, that is equals to ab cos theta. Now if we move anti-clockwise direction b to a, so what we can write, b dot a equals to b into a into cos 360 degree minus theta, and 360 degree minus theta, that is equals to cos theta. So b into a we can write, that is equals to ab cos theta. So this is equation number 2. From equation 1 and equation 2, what we can write, a dot b, that is equals to b dot a. This is a commutative property. Distributive law. This is a proof of distributive law. Here we choose only the magnitude, not the angle. Only we consider the magnitude, not the angle. Okay. So first of all, we consider the three vectors, a vector, b vector and c vector. A vector represented by OR, b vector represented by OP, that means its magnitude, c vector represented by PQ, and B and C, if we apply over there the triangle law, so the R vector, that is a resultant of B and C. So R vector represented by, the magnitude of R vector represented by OQ. Okay. So from the definition of scalar vector, we can write a dot b plus c, that is equals to, in place of a we can write magnitude of a dot magnitude of b plus c. The magnitude of a, that means OR, and magnitude of b plus c, that is equals to OQ. And in place of OQ, what we can write, OP plus PQ. Now we can multiply as an algebraic method, OR in dot OP plus OR dot PQ. OR represent a vector, OP represent b vector, plus OR represent a vector, PQ represent c vector. So a dot b plus c, that is equals to a dot b plus a dot c. These are the numericals related to dot vectors. First numerical, find the dot product of two vectors a and b if a equals to this and b equals to this. It will be given. So dot product, I dot, you remember that one, I dot I equals to 1, j dot j equals to 1, and the different two unit vector will be 0. So like this way, if we solving this one, we get the answer is 29. Now find the angle between two vectors a and b with magnitude √3 and 2 respectively. So its magnitude already given, and the dot product magnitude also be given. A dot b, we did not find out the magnitude, it is also given √3, so we find out only the theta. So a dot b equals to ab cos theta. In place of a dot b, we can write √6, a equals to √3, b equals to 2 cos theta. So after solving, we get theta equals to 45 degree. Okay. Okay. So now proceed to the next one. Third number. So that the vectors a equals to this, b equals to this, c equals to this form a right angle triangle. So right angle triangle means one angle must be 90 degree. So first of all, you draw the diagram and give your name. Here I will write PQR, and here I want to show that B vector and C vector are perpendicular to each other. If we prove that the angle between A and B is not 90 degree and angle between B and C is 90 degree, then we can say that the PQR is a right angle triangle. So like this way, first of all, we find out A dot B. So A dot B equals to, we get -6, okay, and B dot C, perpendicular means B dot C, A dot B equals to 0, using the first formula, cos theta equals to 90 degree, when we get, when the B dot A dot B equals to 0. So first of all, we find out A dot B, that is equals to -6, and B dot C equals to 0. So here if we put the values, we see that A dot B equals to -6. So A and B are not perpendicular to each other. Now B dot C, putting the values, we get the 0. That means B vector and C vector are perpendicular to each other. That means the angle between B and C is 90 degree. So we can say that the given vectors A, B and C form a right angle triangle. Fourth number, here three vectors are given. We prove that they are mutually orthogonal. Mutually orthogonal means they are perpendicular to each other. Orthogonal means they are perpendicular to each other, and perpendicular means the dot product between the two vectors will be 0. So first we find out A dot B. If it will be 0, then we can say that A perpendicular to B. Second step, B dot C, we get 0, then we can say that B perpendicular to C. And similarly, if we find out C dot A or A dot C, if it will be 0, then we can say that A and C are perpendicular to each other. So like this way we solve this one, and we get each cases it will be 0. So we can say that the given vectors A, B and C are mutually orthogonal. This one, find the angle between the vectors. Two vectors are given, we find out the angle. That means cos theta, last property, 8 number property, cos theta equals to A dot B by magnitude of A and magnitude of B. So first of all, we find out A dot B, that will be -9. Modulus of A, how we can write? We know that the magnitude, find the root over of ax square plus ay square plus az square. So like this way we can write, in place of ax we can write 2. In place of ay we can write 3, and in place of az we can write -6, because the formula is with plus ax square plus ay square plus az square. So az represent here -6. Okay, so like this way we find out magnitude of A and magnitude of B, and we get both value are same. Now put this value on this expression, cos theta equals to -9/49. So if you write this one, then also you get the full marks. Or you can write theta equals to cos inverse -4/9. If log table is supplied, then you can find out the value of this 9/49. Otherwise, if you write cos theta equals to -9/49, you get the full marks. Next, we find out the value of lambda, an unknown number, where A equals to this, B equals to this, and both are perpendicular to each other. It is mentioned over there. They are perpendicular to each other. That means A dot B equals to 0. So A dot B, we put the values of A and B. A dot B equals to 0. So from here, I dot I equals to 1, J dot J equals to 1, K dot K equals to 1. So we get only 2 minus 2 lambda plus 3, that is equals to 0. So from there we can find out lambda, that is equals to 2.5 or 5/2. So like this way we solve the dot product numericals. I hope it is clear now. Next is the cross product. Okay, so dot product is a scalar product. Now cross product. So vector product of two vectors is equal to the product of their magnitudes and the sign of the smaller angle between them. It is expressed by A cross B, that is equals to AB sin theta into n hat, because we already mentioned that cross product we use when the product is also be a vector quantity, and vector quantity has a magnitude as well as the direction. So AB sin theta represent its magnitude, the product's magnitude, and n hat represent its direction. That's why this quantity AB sin theta n hat is a vector quantity. That's why we use the cross product, or we can say that it is a vector product. So how we can write A cross B, that means A to B in this figure, A to B, if we move A to B using the right hand thumb rule. If we the thumb will represent the product. So A to B, the other fingers of our right hand thumb it is if we move like this way, A to B, so the thumb represent the direction of the product, or the here we I will consider the product is a C vector. It will gives us the C vector using the right hand thumb rule. So we can write A cross B, that is equals to AB sin theta into n hat. N hat is a unit vector. If fingers right hand are curled from A to B through a smaller angle between them, then thumb will represent the direction of A cross B, that means its product C, direction of C vector. The vector product or cross product of two vectors is also a vector. That's why we use the unit vector, direction vector. Its magnitude into direction, that means it is a vector quantity. Now this vector product also has some properties. First of all, it is just opposite. First property, that dot product is a commutative, but vector product is not commutative. You see that if you find out using the right hand thumb rule, A to B, when you stretch your right hand fingers, and like this way, if you move the except the thumb, if you move all fingers like A to B as shown in the figure, okay, corresponding to the figure. So in first figure, thumb will represent upward direction. So the product of A cross B is in upward direction. But like this way, same way, if you move B to A, so your that thumb will represent downward direction. Direction is different. Direction of the product is different. So we can say that A cross B, that is equals to minus of B cross A. And from this figure, I hope it is clear now. Second is the vector product is distributive. It is similar to the dot product. A cross B plus C, that is equals to A cross B plus A cross C. Vector product of two parallel vector is 0. Parallel vector means angle between them is 0 degree. So theta equals to 0, sin theta equals sin 0, sin 0 value is 0. So we then get A cross B, that is equals to 0. Now vector product of any vector with itself, it is also 0. So when we find out the vector product with same itself, the angle between them also be 0 degree, and we get it will be 0. But in case of a dot product, we get A square. Now fifth number is very important. Vector product of orthogonal of unit vector. Orthogonal unit vector, that means I, J and K. So if we move like this way, two figures are there, one is a clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction. If any numericals is there, then I cross J is there, then it will be plus, and the I cross J, it gives us the another one, third vector, third unit vector, that will be K, because I, J and K are perpendicular to each other. So I cross J means if we use our right hand thumb rule, I to J, so the thumb will represent the third one unit vector, that will be K. So we can write I cross J, that is equals to K hat, and its value is positive. Similarly, J cross K, that is equals to we get I vector, and K cross I, that is equals to we get J vector, clockwise direction. But if anything is there that J cross I, just opposite, anti-clockwise direction, we get the third vector, but the in opposite direction, like this way, opposite direction. Okay, so J cross I, that is equals to we can write minus K hat. K cross J, that is equals to we can write minus I hat. I cross K, that is equals to we get minus J hat. If the anti-clockwise direction is there, or if J cross I, K cross J, I cross K, these terms will be there, then we can write the third vector but with the negative sign. Okay, like here I will explain this also. N hat is a unit vector which is perpendicular to the plane of I cross J, so it's just the third vector, that is K vector. Okay, and I cross I, the similar vector cross product will be 0. The fourth number property also we find out that one also. A cross A equals to 0, so the orthogonal vector, orthogonal vector cross product is 0. Sixth number property, the vector product of two vectors can be expressed in terms of their rectangular component as a determinant. I don't know in your class 11 determinant is there, I hope it is there. So determinant form, how we can write A cross B, that is equals to I, J, K, because each one represent the direction, and if a vector is given like this way: ax I hat, ay j hat, az k hat. So ax, ay, az, it is the rectangular components of a vector, and by, bx, by, bz are the rectangular component of b vector. So determinant the modular, like a modular sign within this two lines. We write I, j, k, then the rectangular component of first vector, that is a vector, then the second vector, that is b vector. Okay, how we can solve this one later I will explain. If we find out the sin theta is the a cross b equals to ab sin theta into n hat. Okay, so we find out the sin theta value, so we use the modulus. So modulus of a cross b by mod of a mod of b. Okay, because n hat, if we use the n hat, this is a direction, but we need the magnitude value, so that's why we use the modulus sign. Next, vector product of two parallel or antiparallel vector is a null vector. If it will be parallel, then it will be 0 degree. If it will be antiparallel, then it will be 180 degree. So in both cases, sin 0 0, sin 180 also 0. That means it will be a 0 vector. Unit vector perpendicular to the plane of two vectors. So if we find out the unit vector n hat equals to what we can write? A cross b by mod of, because AB sin theta represent A cross B, the magnitude of A cross B. So we can write n hat equals to A cross B divided by magnitude of A cross B. Mod of A cross B represent AB sin theta. And the magnitude of the vector product of two mutually perpendicular vectors is equal to the product of their magnitudes. So if A and B vector are perpendicular to each other, that means the angle between them is 90 degree. So if we find out the magnitude of A cross B, it will get AB, the product of their magnitude, A into B. Okay. Example of cross product, the torque. Torque equals to position vector cross force vector. So torque is a vector. So after cross product of position vector and force vector, we get the torque. Similarly, angular momentum is a position vector cross linear momentum, R cross P. Okay, this is an example of cross product or vector product. Now, how we can explain the determinant form, this determinant form 6 number, how we break. First, I will explain that one. Okay. Like this way we can explain, or we can break this determinant form. First, when you write I, j, k, and when we multiply it with the I term, I means plus, j means minus, k means plus. This is fixed for determinant. First one plus, second column is negative, third column is plus. So first, when we break this determinant, first we neglect first column, first row. The red color is there. So what we have, so I hat with the unit vector I hat, or here it will be represented by vector sign, because it will be the orthogonal vector. It's okay, no problem. So I hat dot, within bracket what we can, within modulus sign or within determinant sign, what we have, ay, az, by, bz. Okay. Now next proceed, j is with minus, so minus j. Now we cancel second column, first row. Second column like this way. Now we draw the red color line in middle and the first one. So what we have, ax, az, bx, bz plus, then the last column we neglect, so, or we delete. So what we have, the first two, ax, ay, bx, by. Okay. Now how we can multiply? Like this way. First the ay, bz, that means the left hand side upper one to the right hand side lower one. So ay, bz minus, always we use the minus, az, by into I hat. Okay. Now here why we write the plus sign? Because when we multiply with this one, we get the plus. Because how we can multiply? ax, bz minus az, bx into j hat. Okay. So if we take the negative common, so that's why we use as a plus. Next one like this way, ax by minus ay bx. Okay, I hope it is clear now. Now we proceed to the first numerical. Here, see that A, B and C is there. We find out A cross B cross C. So first we find out B cross C. So like this way, determinant form I, J, K. Then we write the AX, AY, AZ. You see that A vector equals to I hat minus 2J hat minus 3K hat. So AX is 2, AY is minus 2, AX, sorry, B cross C. BX is 2, BY is 1 and BZ is minus 1 in case of B, and C vector equals to 1, Cx equals to 1, Cy equals to 3 and Cz equals to minus 2. So like this way, first we neglect first column, first row. So I hat into minus 2 into 1, that means minus 2, minus of my 3 into minus 1, that means minus 3, that's why we write as a plus 3. Minus, next the middle row, first column, middle column, first row we neglect. So minus j, because j contains the negative sign, j into, so what we have, 2 into minus 2, that means minus 4, minus of minus 1 into minus 1, minus 1, that's why we write as a plus 1. Similarly, the k also be there. Now we just simplify it, we get I hat plus j, 3j hat plus 5k hat. So we get the value of A cross B, B cross C. Now we find out A cross B cross C. So first we write I, J, K, A cross AX, AY, AZ. Now the B cross C we already find out. So 1, 3 and 5. Like the same way we simplify this one and we get the ultimate answer. Here also same thing, proof that these two vectors are parallel. Parallel means we already find out, parallel means A cross B, that will be 0. So A cross B with the determinant sign, after solving, if we get the 0, then we can say that A and B will be parallel to each other. Clear? Third number, we find out the unit vector perpendicular to the A and B. So unit vector formula is A cross B by AB sin theta. AB sin theta is the magnitude of A cross B. So first we find out A cross B, then the magnitude of A cross B. So first with the determinant form, we find out the A cross B, 3i hat minus 3j hat minus 3k hat. Then magnitude, that means root over of 3 square plus minus 3 square plus minus 3 square, we get 3 root 3. Now we put this value in that equation, n hat equation. So we get this answer. Answer is 1 by root 3 I hat minus j hat minus k hat. This is the unit vector. Next, determine the sign of the angle between the vectors, between two vectors. So we find out the sin theta. Sin theta value means magnitude of A cross B by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. So first we find out A cross B, then its magnitude, then separately find out the magnitude of A and magnitude of B, and we put the values over there. We get the sin theta equals to 2 by root 7. Okay, so this, like this way, mainly the dot cross product mainly is based on the determinant. So if you have any problem to solving the determinant, please write in a comment box, then I will also explain in the next video, then I will start the new topic. Okay, I hope it is clear it now how we can solve the determinant. And here I will write some new assignment 7 questions. Try to in your home solve it. I will write down the answer. Same way, if you are facing any problem to solving any one numerical of assignment 10, then please mention in the comment box. I will solve that one. Okay, and this is the rule how we break the cross product, and this is a right hand thumb rule how we can use A to B, right hand thumb rule. Clear? Okay, so have a nice day. Tata.